Our free live chat psychic reading connects you instantly with experienced psychics, ready to offer you personalized guidance and clarity in real time, whether you're curious about love, career, or life's biggest decisions. Our psychics are here to help you unlock your future and discover your true path. Experience the convenience of live chat, where you can ask questions and get immediate insights, tailored just for you. Don't miss out on this unique opportunity to connect with your inner self and receive the guidance you need. Subscribe now and never miss a live session. Start your journey towards clarity and peace today.
Hi, this is Psychic Readings Bounder, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do a prediction for you, let me know in the chat. Just a reminder that all of our show times and all that wonderful stuff is at our website at psychicreadingsbyaudrey.com. So go check it out. Now, I'm working alone today. The wife is at work. So we'll go along as best as we can without the wife doing all the things in behind the scenes. For everybody, we have new reports on our Patreon page. We have the pancake swap and XRP ETF reports, which I did the other day with astrology. So go check that out. And a little thing happened in Canada the other day. So somebody had asked the question not that long ago, who I thought was going to be winning, and I kept going back and forth, and it just kept coming back to Mr. Carney being the winner, and that's what we had for the other day. Now we have a new PM, Prime Minister, for Canada, and it's not looking good. I was just going to throw some cards down. What will be shown will be happening in the next little while. I do think Canada is going to be losing a lot of respect around the world, globally. Okay, we're going to be going back to basically the Trudeau era of stupidity and all that sort of thing. And I got to be careful because now Mark Carney is going to be putting all kinds of bills like C-16, 18, and all that wonderful stuff to make sure that you don't see the wrong things on the internet. So, but let's throw some cards down and see what's going to be happening in the next little bit with Mr. Carney and the rest of Canada. It's not a good day for Canada right now. So, at least for any of the conservatives out there. I do think that the financial system is going to be doing okay, especially if you're part of Bitcoin and all that sort of thing, and you're a Canadian and you've been buying Bitcoin all along. It means your Bitcoin is going to be going up in a big way because nobody else wants the Canadian dollar. And they're going to be Canadian government is going to be implementing a new financial system based on the CBDC. Unfortunately, which they don't really need because they can just turn off your bank account like that if you say naughty things on the internet and all that sort of thing. Health-wise, I do think Canada is going to be in a downward slope in a big way. It's getting pretty bad here in Canada, especially here in Manitoba. And the people are not going to be singing the praises of Mark Carney in about 2 to 3 months. They're going to be starting to realize that, yeah, we voted for him. Things aren't going the way that we thought it was going to go. And everything is going to be starting to close in on Mark Carney, but he doesn't really care about that anyways. And I think this is pretty much the end of Canada as we know it. There you go. Okay, let's get into the next thing. I was watching a little Jordan Peterson. If you don't know who he is, go look him up. He's saying that our Canadian dollar will be around 50 cents in about 2 to 3 years' time, which is devastating to the Canadian economy and all that sort of thing. It's about 60 to 70 cents right now compared to an American dollar. So let's show some cards down. Was Jordan Peterson correct in stating this? I think he is. But let's show some cards down. Maybe we'll see something that Jordan Peterson didn't see that may be beneficial to us Canadians in the next little while and the rest of the world. Okay, especially if you've had the touch of Mr. Carney, especially if you're from the UK, you know all about Mr. Carney. Yeah, I do think it's going to be going down in a big way, but I do think before it actually gets to 50 cents, I think we're going to have some huge changes in Canada, and I'm thinking this is along the lines of some separation of some of the provinces. I don't think Manitoba is going to be part of that. I do think it's going to be BC. If you're on the map, it'd be over here on the map for you guys. BC, Alberta, and Saskatchewan are probably going to be going away. And that's another question. Will Manitoba be part of that bunch? I don't think we actually are. So maybe me and the wife are going to have to move on over to Alberta, and then we're going to be whisked away into the United States in some period of time, which I do think is going to be in about a year and a half that they're going to be doing that. Okay. So yes, it's going to go down to 40 cents, 50 cents, and the next little while compared to the American dollar. Not a good time. Okay, so let's get into the chat. We got quite a few people talking, which is good. That's what this show is based on. Okay. Jonathan Warrenberg asked the question. Good day to you. How long before the 2 more grandchildren you saw me having come along from my daughter or son? I'm getting in the number of 1 and 2. So you're going to have 1 year from now, 2 years from now that you're going to be having that situation happening for you. Let's throw some cards down as well for that. That's just the top of my psychic brain. So, yeah, it's going to be about a year and a half until you get those 2 grandchildren on the way. I do pick up that there's going to be something a little bit amiss with one of the children. They're going to need a little bit more attention than normal. Mental development type of thing, where you're going to have to help that out in a big way. So make sure when it does happen, I think it's the first child that's going to be coming along that's going to have a little bit of a mental issue. And you're going to have to help out with that particular situation. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Now, power outages everywhere in Europe that I've been hearing. And I think that was a question quite a while ago, because there's rumored to be power outages everywhere in Europe. And it was just something... I do think it was an accident, though. I don't think it was actual intrigue or anything from the government itself. I'm picking up its incompetence by both the people working at the plants and the government and all that sort of thing. And a lot of the situation is that they don't have the money to keep it running properly, and the infrastructure is in dire need of repair. So in a way, it is they kind of knew that it was going to be happening because of lack of infrastructure. Okay. I work with a lot of electricians at my job, and infrastructure, if it's not up to date or something like that, you're going to have power surges and all kinds of problems with that. And I'm picking up it's more along those lines where it's just incompetence and not keeping up with fixing everything. And I think that's going to be happening in other parts of Europe as well. So be ready out there. Make sure you have your flashlights and candles. And I think, isn't this, it's beginning of spring, so you're not going to freeze your yams off like kind of what we would have in Canada. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out. Hello. What is the major shirt that I don't see coming? Shirt. I don't know about anything about shirts. Could be Shift Navy. Remember the title of the video today? Darn that spell check. The shift where you're going to be coming across some big information that's going to be coming your way in a big, and while you're searching through other things and looking at other things and going through your research, you're going to be coming across something special that's going to be really catching your attention, and that's going to be shifting you into a new way of thinking. It's a book that's going to be handed to you by somebody, and it's going to be changing your world. Okay? Many of the times when my world shifts in a big way, it's usually because somebody had given me a book or information. And actually reading the book and maybe applying some of the stuff in the book, if it's good, can really shift your world in a huge way. And I think that's what's coming for you in the next little while. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. What is the lowest price you see for XRP in the next couple of years? Phew. I did see 80 cents in about a year and a half. Okay? But it's going to be like temporary. Very temporary. Should I buy more DIA or XYO? XYO, I think, is the better of the two in the next while. Of course, grab both if you can. What I'm picking up from both of these, I think DIA or whatever it is not as good as XYO. I think XYO has a bit more legs to it in the next little while. Okay? Not financial advice, of course. You do what you need to do. Hi, Andre and Yvonne. How high do you see Doge during the upcoming run? $1.90. Of course, that's Canadian. So whatever that is in American or wherever you're residing, it's going to be really very good. I do see another couple months from that then up to $3. Okay. So hopefully that helps you out. Will Shiba Doge go to its all-time high and make me good profits this year in 2025? It's going to get very close. You're going to be getting some profit from it, but it's not going to be that all-time high. Hopefully you bought it at a lower price than what you have it right now, and you're going to be getting about 15-20% from it in a good way. Okay? Usually when a cryptocurrency gets up to about 15%, you can take some profit normally, because you got to pay all the fees and all that as well. So just a reminder, if you're selling, make sure it's about at least 15%. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Hello, Andre. How are you doing? Kindly advise my manager inform me that my last day at current project is June 15. I wonder, shall I continue? Let's throw some cards down on that one. I do see that there's another position opening for you if you're wanting it. Maybe a little bit lower than what you're used to in wage and all that sort of thing. And I do think it's going to be necessary to move on because something is going to be happening with the company that you are with right now. New position. I don't think it's where you're at. Okay. Continue on with where you're at, but if you keep your eyes open, there's going to be something else that's going to be coming out that's going to be much, much better for you. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Emergency alert. Citibank and Schwab in trouble. Well, they didn't buy enough Bitcoin, did they? Now, this is kind of along the lines that what we've been talking about for quite some time. There is going to be a new financial system on the way, and you're going to start to see a lot of the banks not doing so well. Okay. For the U.S. Economy and all that, the pain that you're feeling right now is only temporary, of course. Donald Trump's going to get everything under control and all that sort of thing, but he is getting a new financial system into place. So you're going to see a whole bunch of disturbances within banks. So hopefully you got some Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies, gold and silver on the side, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. So hopefully you're ready with that. And it's going to be more than just Citibank and Schwab and all that. It's going to be the whole gambit of banks that's going to be feeling the pain. Okay? Any messages for me from my spirit team? Something about the color green. Something green is going to be very important to you in the next little while. What is the green? Would be the question. It is something to do with a new organization that you're going to be starting to do work for or with. And it's going to be very, very important in the next little while. So pay attention to any logos or anything like that are green. They're going to become very, very important to you in the near future. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Just curious, do you see me buying a car around this June, July? Is it going to be a Mercedes? Kind of like the one in your picture, right? And then you can sing the song, "Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?" Yeah, I do think that there's going to be some type of vehicle in the near future that you're going to be buying. I don't think it's a Mercedes. It's probably going to be something a little bit lower class, not more of a like a Jaguar or something like that. So, still not bad. But I don't think it's going to be a Mercedes Benz. Okay? So, hopefully that helps you out. Do you see Doge or XRP being used on Twitter? Yes, I do. And I think that's going to be something that's going to be coming out in the next little while. Elon Musk has been talking about putting some type of payment system built right into Twitter. It makes sense for him to do Doge because he's the Doge father, and probably XRP as well, probably Bitcoin as well. And I think those are going to be the three main ones that are going to be on there. But that won't be for another year and a half or so. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Won't be here in Canada, of course. But if you're American, you get all the goodies. Sorry, I wanted to ask, shall I try to get a job in my field of job or try my luck? This is the moment in time where you're going to have to take stock of all your information and knowledge and all that sort of thing and apply that to different arrays of possible jobs. Okay? Because I do think something that you're trained for, but you haven't really been doing all that much is going to be coming into play in the next little while. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Throw your application out there. I think it's going to be something that's going to be coming back to you in a big way. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Batman. Oh, dear God. You must love not having freedom of speech. Yes. It is true. I didn't vote for the guy. Me and the wife did actually go vote the other day. And it wasn't Carney. I'll let you know that much. But, yeah, Canadians got to learn the hard way on what not to do. We should have listened to the Brits on how Carney did a number in the UK. But, yeah, Canadians don't listen. And I find they're very naive in a lot of ways, unfortunately. And they still believe in the news. So, yeah, maybe me and the wife will be going to Alberta. Maybe we do have family in Arizona. That might be a good thing to do. Will white Bitcoin in XPR network be connected to Bitcoin in the future, or will it do well? And will it do well? I've never heard of white Bitcoin, but I do think it's going to do okay. Just get the real Bitcoin and don't play around with this silly stuff. I think it's going to do okay. That's Mark Carney's thought process, is doing the net zero thing and all that sort of thing. But I think a whole lot of things are going to be happening before that period of time. Like Alberta leaving and Saskatchewan leaving. Before that sort of nonsense starts to happen. But yeah, he's into that silliness. Okay? When do I see you getting a new vehicle? It's going to be coming very, very soon. I don't know if it's brand new. There's going to be a whole lot of really good vehicles in the used category, which are like new. If you've been paying attention to the secondary market, things are coming down in price a lot. And a lot of people are not buying brand new things anymore. So it gives a lot of good opportunities for that. And I do see that in the next 2 to 3 months for you. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Sorry, I wanted to ask if I'm getting a new job in my field. Don't go into trading. Lots of people go into trading and they fail because you just do a regular job if you can, and do trading on the side, or just buy it and you sit on it. You got to have the right mentality to do trading, and nerves of steel. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Love, Mr. Carney. Good Bank of England man. Elites RS. Yes. We got him now. Yay. Think of it this way. It's a great lesson for all Canadians and for the world, because now he's going to be in the spotlight for everybody to see and what not to do with your country. And hopefully we learn many, many lessons before it all crumbles to the ground. Okay? How are my move plans to Canada now done? For the moment, unless you really want to come here, I'd say you just stay where you are. Sorry, please advise or message for me. Really need help. Okay. First of all, have a breath. Calm down. I think you're losing your emotional state and you're clouding your vision on the actual thing that's in front of you. When we have clear vision and we're relaxed, we're trying to be as relaxed as you can, then the problem will start to solve itself, because you're going to start to see the logical steps to take to solve the situation. I do think that you're only in a small situation, or not, I shouldn't say small, a short period of time that seems a little chaotic. And I think once you get past that and you're calm and cool and collected, you're going to start to see the solution. And I do see it being solved in about a month and a bit. Okay? And then we can move on. And you're going to be okay. Okay? There's going to be a female energy that's going to be coming around you that's going to be helping you out in a huge way through your situation. Okay? Somebody who's already been and done that in the next little while. Okay? So make sure you talk to a lot of people around you, and that will help you fix things. Will Caspin get to $10 in 3 years next month? Will it be upgraded, becoming the fastest blockchain? Fastest blockchain? No. $10 in the next 2 years. They're just showing me $18. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Was the recent blackout for a financial reset? I don't know about a financial reset for that, but I do think it's something along those lines. Okay. We all know that Europe is in dire trouble. So is Canada, financially. And this is one way of bringing in that new financial system, which is going to be based on Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies that I keep mentioning. So hopefully you got some in your wallet. Okay. Will the crypto markets continue trending down this week? Yeah, they're going to be all over the place. Not something that we should all be worrying about. I think we all should be worrying about the financial collapse of many of the industries, and just buy your crypto, hang on to it for dear life, and stop worrying about price so much. Okay? as we're going through this whole new scenario, okay, um, you're going to be happy that you have some cryptocurrencies that you hanged on to, and you're not going to be really worrying about price all that much in the next little while. I think I did this um, prediction a couple of years back that we will get into this situation when that's the furthest thing from your brain is price. Okay, you gotta buy it, you're gonna sit on it, and you're gonna be benefiting from it because of our politicians doing all this stupid shit with our financial system. Okay, we already knew that this was going to be happening long time ago, and you're going to be thankful that you had some Bitcoin, some Litecoin, some Ethereum, and all that in your wallet, and you just sat on it for the right moment. And maybe some gold and silver would be a good thing to do as well. Okay? I'm just sad of all the people that did not get any cryptocurrencies. They're going to be going through a really rough time. Okay? Again, how do you envision BTC making a low below 88,000? Possibly. Doesn't really matter if you're wanting to buy at that low price, but I'd be stacking the stats right now. Okay? There's not a lot of Bitcoin left on the exchanges. So if you're waiting for some magical price to happen, don't. Just not financial advice, of course. But me personally, I'm getting as much Satoshis as I can. Okay? Because I know what's coming our way. Are you seeing XRP, LT being the same market cap with XRP in the near future? No. Just get the XRP. Hi, Andre. Can I also get 3-card rating? Is there anything exciting ahead for me? Something to do with Spanish. Spanish something. Could be a trip. Some excitement. There's going to be a little bit of a downturn with somebody that you've been involved in. Not romantically. It's some either job or business or something like that. They're going to be going some other way. So in a way, that's exciting. And there's going to be a great lesson to learn that not everybody's out there to be good with you. I think you already know the person, and hopefully you're taking steps to rectify that in a good way. Okay? It doesn't need to be a problem, especially if you're already keeping an eye on the situation and protecting yourself. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. What will bring Trump's tariffs policy? I'm not sure what you're meaning. Trump's tariffs are something that he's trying to straighten out the world economies, where it's an even playing field. Not a lot of people know, especially here in Canada, is we've been tariffing their stuff for centuries, and they haven't been doing the same thing to us. Now that Trump's doing the tariffs on us, now he's a bad guy, even though we've been doing that for centuries to them. Okay? He's just bringing an equal playing field and being fair. And a lot of people don't know that. When do you see SHIB hitting new high over in about 2 to 3 months from now? Okay? I actually have a report on that on our Patreon. Hi, any messages for me this week? Mm-hmm. Something's going to be, you're going to have to do something with the health situation. You're going to have to actually have somebody look at something that you're going through. I think we've done this message for you before on a prior show, and that something that's going to be necessary. So get to the doctor and all that sort of thing. And the financial situation is going to be a little bit tippy, or a little teeter-tottery in the next little while as you're going through a transition with finances in the next little while. And make sure you don't burn your bridges with everybody. Okay? Try not to burn bridges with people, because I think you're going to be needing them in the near future. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. 3-card reading, please. A friendship that you're relying upon and you thought it was going to be out of sorts, is you're going to be rectifying that in a good way, and not burning those bridges, which is good. You're going to be seeing it from that relationship in a different aspect, and it's going to be very beneficial to you in the next while. You're going to be making a huge decision, money-wise, and that's well. It could be a job, could be a business, that could be a thing, and you're going to be making the right decision. And that's well. It's going to sit well with you. Okay. And I think medically, you're going to be some of the best shape that you have been in a long time. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. When do I see silver hitting 150 USD? It's going to be summertime, June, July, something like that, when silver is going to be going up pretty good because of all the other wonderful things going on around the world. And people are going to be relying upon many of the things that will be beneficial to them, like gold, silver, Bitcoin. Hi, Andre and Loretta. Who's Loretta? Do you advise investing in gold and silver? Yes, I do. I'm not a financial advisor, of course. I have gold and silver myself, me and the wife. And it's usually a good thing to get into. Ask experts around you on that, okay? But yeah. Thank you. Love and light to you. Well, thank you. Love and light to you, my friend. Will I buy a house? I was going to say horse. A house or a car at the end of 2025? I do see a new vehicle around you in some good way. It's going to suit you well. Okay. You mentioned SHIB going to 0.02. That is 2,000%. Are you sure? Sure. A lot of things are going to be in the next little while because of our financial situation around the planet. Things that have actual value will spike like you've never seen before. Okay? Like gold, silver, Bitcoin, because the old fiat currency system is going to go crap. It's already crap, but it's going to go even more crappy. Okay? So hang on. Andre, do you see first week of May as a BTC crypto correction period? A little bit. I think somebody asked this question previously. There will be ups and downs in the market. I think it might get to that 88,000 American for a short period of time, and then it's going to go back up like it has been doing continuously for the last month or so. Okay? When you see a good deal, buy. Is NRN token a good investment? Never heard of it. Again, just buy Bitcoin. I don't think this is going to be doing as well as you're thinking. Okay? Just get the basics, and I think you're going to do very, very well with those. Okay? Just saying. Which do you see having the biggest and smallest increase for the remainder of 2025? Chainlink, Uniswap, Stellar, Lumens, or Arbitrum? Arbitrum is going to be the lowest. Chainlink is going to have the largest. I think you already got them in order. Chainlink, Uniswap, Stellar, Lumens, or in that order, from best to worst. There you go. Hello, Andre. Andre will sexy and reach price of 50 cents this bull run. 65 cents is what they're throwing at me. When will Trump pass 0% capital gain tax on crypto? That's already in the works, actually. I think he's just finishing up the paperwork. A lot of the paperwork that everybody's waiting on is going to be in June, I believe. So you all got to learn how to be patient. Okay? Well, any Americans. It's not going to make any difference to me in Canada unless I move to the States. Is there a deficiency causing me to be so tired? I want to be a better mom. I feel like I fail my kids daily because I need naps and feel too tired to do anything. It's something to do with the diet and less. It's more of a dietary thing, so you might want to check with your doctor with that. Are you failing your kids? I don't think so. I don't think they think that. You're doing your best and you're doing all the things that you can to accommodate them. I'm just picking up it's more of a dietary thing. Okay? So you might want to check with your doctor on that. Not enough of iron or something is what I'm picking up. Okay? Where do you see the price of Solana in 2025? Don't like Solana, but $320. There you go. I think that's it for today. Wow. So we'll go back here. This is what happens when the wife's not here. What altcoin is the best to buy now? I'd say XRP. There's a whole lot of wonderful things happening with XRP. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. If you like a personal reading with me, make sure to go to psychicreadingsbyandrew.com where all that information is there. If you like a personal healing with my Reiki Master Wife, that information is also on our website. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, we have the Trezor Cold Storage Wallet for sale at our website. As we are an affiliate of Trezor, we make a little bit of profit from the selling of that device. Okay, with that said, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.